Alright. Hello, fellow YouTubers. We are live now, and I can already see my gang is with me. I'm glad you could make it, James. Shiny Rayquaza, welcome back. I mean, you are early. You typed this before the stream started. But nevertheless, it's everyone's favorite host, Shiny Rayquaza. Thank you for making it. And human name just said exactly what I said. So yeah, welcome back, human name as well. Welcome back, Arch. Ah, says James. I got Zoo Cube on the GameCube today, can't wait to play it. Yeah, why did you get Zoo Cube out of all the games you could get? I mean, I get it, you have morbid curiosity, but even though you only paid, what, £3? I don't know exactly what that is in euro. I'd have to check that, but it's even too much for that, to be quite honest with you. James, stop screaming! Yeah. Did you know if you say that to older generations, when I read capital letters, it shows, or it should be read as screaming, and when I say that to my mom and others around her age, they become very confused. So I do believe this might be a younger generation thing, or younger, I mean, depends on what you see as young. Good luck, thank you, darling. Hey, Scatmonkey777, glad you could make it. Really happy that so many people could make it. And I do have something to discuss. And the thing is, for the delays, I used a someone, I think his name is Golden Magikarp on Reddit, and he made a table of time delays for Emerald and for Sapphire and Ruby. And I do believe that the Lugia one is wrong. I used it, it was 375, and I never got any shiny using that. So what I'm gonna do today is do it like I did with the Mew, with the shiny Mew. I'll calibrate and deduce my actual delay using Pokéfinder and Eontimer. So I won't type in any delay here. I found others. I found a delay of 300. I found a delay of 175. And these results are so different. I'm skeptical of that one, so I will probably try that for myself. Welcome to the stream, everybody. With your host, Arch, Shiny Rayquaza, and everyone else. Oh, you et al'd my other mods. You know, when you write a study and you the study shows all the collaborators. When you are unlucky, you get et al'd, E-T-A-L. That just means and others. That's a common joke you get in academics. I speak in caps a lot, so you scream a lot. Still waiting for the SNES controllers before I can actually start playing it. Oh yeah, you told me you ordered them. They're on their way. Hopefully they'll arrive as soon as possible. I don't know why I do, but I do. I think the trope is called being a large ham. Caps and exclamation mark yelling. Caps only advertising. Yeah, I see. I also see what you mean there. Everyone liked the stream? Yeah, oh, help me, thank you. Hi, sugar. Okay, so... Right, so we are on my Emerald, and I don't use the delay like I said before. I'm just going to try and deduce the delay myself, because I've tried others off screen and they don't seem to work, so that's maybe the reason why this hunt has been kind of problematic, I guess. Yeah, so the first one is pretty early. You have to use, should you ever do this as well, you need to use the stationary one. This isn't a wild Pokemon, this is stationary. Does RNG manipulation work on emulator? Yes, it works on emulator, as well as retail. Just with the emulator, I mean, the way I use RNG manipulation, you can do it on with a live battery, and on emulator the battery isn't actually there. It gets virtually, it's virtual, it's calculated, it's in zeros and ones, there's no actual battery, but it's simulated. I'm not sure if you can simulate a dead battery, although it would be weird if you weren't able to simulate a dead battery. Okay, so I'm just seeing these. Not sure if these are correct. Hang on. Oh, they are. Sometimes. Oh yeah, it's the emerald that starts with quirky. Okay. Let's copy this one. And let's try our luck. Although I do have reason to believe, I don't have in my memory that my earliest in Emerald Stationary is at 3000. I'm like the opposite of the stick from Undertale. I have more bite than bark. Though I do have, for some reason, I'm very, I don't know. I have a feeling this isn't correct. Sometimes the program just doesn't really work properly, then you need to do the classical, have you tried opening it and closing it again? Let's see if that works, and let's see if, obviously not a shiny. It's almost never the first time except for my, oh. Will it do that again? Will it not properly show the, oh, okay. Doesn't, oh, okay. Yeah, I was correct about the frames not being, correct. Don't know why it does that, but, one thing now is that the, as you can clearly see, the window of Pokerfinder doesn't really work anymore. No idea why. Hopefully that is not too much of a problem. Although it is quite annoying though, I have to be honest with that. So the frame that I'm actually looking for is this one. And then let's go. Kinda dumb that the program doesn't work anymore. I mean, it does work, but it doesn't show on OBS, and that's... I mean, I did set up the layout so that you can see what I'm doing with the program, and it doesn't really interrupt the... like the flow, the UI should look good, and now it's gone. Oh, Pokefinder. Sometimes Eontimer also just doesn't really work. Sometimes I have to restart it because it won't have any sound, or the audio-visual cue doesn't work. Okay, nah, the Pokefinder just won't show up on stream. Don't know why, I hope that's not too big of a problem. Okay, kind of does show up, but not really. Oh, that is very strange. Oh well, I mean, at least you see the frames that I'm using, but the other windows, I don't know why they don't show up anymore. Just technology being quirky again. Here's first try Lugia. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed before, but when I clicked on generate the first time with my emerald, it gave me frames that I have on ruby but not on emerald, and that was weird because I do know my earliest frame in emerald is not 3000 and something frames. That's my ruby. I also have a sapphire that I'm planning to RNG manipulate, and I'm looking for a modest spread on that one. Its bark is worse than its bite. Wrong. My bite is worse than my bark. I'm going to not and will bark. Will not bark. Okay. Better not. Poor neighbors, I guess. I also may have bought a boxed copy of ZooCube for the GameCube for €5. Yeah, I mean, that was your decision to buy ZooCube. For those of you who don't know, ZooCube is a puzzle game for the GameCube. It's not a good one. Really, really boring. Not a good implementation. Hard to put into words. You just have to experience it yourself. You don't really have to play it. I don't advise you to buy the game because your money would be invested better invested somewhere else. But you can just go on a let's play, look how the game looks like, and you can already deduce from just the visuals that the game is really bad. Where do you buy Gen Fleet games for cheaper? Found a German copy for $160. Well, you see, I'm in the retro hobby for a long time now, and I go to specific conventions where you can at least negotiate the price a bit down. And I also know some, well, they are Germans and French, to be fair, so I don't know if they ship to any country, but there are some eBayers that I know who also sell a lot of retro games, and you can usually negotiate the price, and they've known me for years, even say almost a decade at this point, so that's why I have a few connections, let's say. But other than that, hopefully on a flea market, if you have these in your area, sometimes people sell games on there and they have absolutely no idea what the value is of that game. It's just you need to verify whether or not your copy is genuine. Okay. So this is not gonna be shiny, obviously. I'm going to have to deduce the IVs by catching it, and then I'll hopefully get the actual delay. I have reason to believe it's 271, but I do want to make sure that I get it at least this time. One time a friend gifted me all of her GameCube games and I had to sell them to pay bills. Yeah, that is unfortunate, but happens sometimes. She was really understanding about it, but I had to do that. Yeah, that is understanding. I don't know if that comes off or comes across as egotistical, but I think I would have asked to have them back, but then I would probably help you with bills like that. Seeing as some GameCube games are really hard to get these days. Okay, Dot, what's your... So it's an adamant one. Heart is adamant. Okay, no shiny, obviously. Nature is adamant. And then I'll teach it the hidden power, TM10. Do that process again. Although I do have reason to believe the actual delay is 271. She had like Luigi's Mansion and Double Dash. Oh, two very good games. Would sell my soul for a copy of Double Dash. Oh, don't do that. If some guy in red comes and gives you that opportunity, always say no. Never goes well to make a deal with the devil. Shin, I didn't realize at the time how much GameCube games were actually worth, but it was back in 2018 when no one really knew their value. Are you sure about that? I mean, maybe in the UK, but I do remember in 2018 that GameCube games did increase in value. But then again, I'm in the retro, not business, but I've been in that movement, in that hobby for so long now. Maybe it's also that my perception is kind of biased in that regard, if that makes sense. GameCube games are slightly easier if you sail the 7 seas, yeah? Everything is easier if you see there. 1, 2, 3. If you sail the 7 seas. And you get everything you ever want. Quality may vary, but you get it for free at least. Not recommending it, but it is an option, yeah. Some guy in red comes and playing a game of chess and really anything, yeah, I get the reference. I have no enemies, demons, nor angels scare me. Thou shalt not be afraid, yeah. Okay, what do we have? An adamant, what? Macht es zu einem Drahttyp, okay, so dragon. And now it's licking me, disgusting. Okay, so the original frame was 15,597, so I believe that we should be around that frame, close to it at least. So I guess this is the frame that I got, 15,476. But there's one thing that I didn't do last time, and I kind of forgot about it. Sorry about that, but you can, calculate the IVs, and I'm gonna do that, because usually the targets that I hunt are very low level, so it doesn't help. But when IVs, when the higher the level is, the easier it is to deduce the IVs. So I'll do that real quick. Unfortunately, you guys can't really see it. I used pycosites.com, so pycosites.com, and it has a Pokemon calculator, so an IV calculator, and I can recommend it if you do hunts like these. So what do we have? My HP is 231. My attack is 156. My defense is 208. My special attack is 127, my special defense is 200, and my... Okay, why do you say that's not valid with my HP stat? That is valid. Okay, so apparently it has about a... Okay, so the attack IV should be around 16, 17. Yeah, that does line up with that one. Then defense should be 30. Okay, okay, I think this one might be actually it. What does it say about special attack? Special attack should be 17, so this one... Oh yeah, so see, I just deduced that I didn't get the frame that I said initially that I did get, so I got this one. Paste it in here, click update, and we do that until we find it. Sorry again for the OBS being stupid again and not showing the Pokerfinder, but I keep opening and closing the program and it doesn't seem to work that way, so let's go. Hopefully we'll get it a bit faster this time, or at all. That would be nice. The only thing that scares me is like something stupid. Oh, we all have our irrational fears, I would say. Can you trade between Game Boy and GameCube? Yeah, you can actually do that. The Game Boy Player add-on on the GameCube actually has ports for a link trading cable, or the power cable that you use on your GBA. You can even technically you can trade using 2 GameCubes with 2 Game Boy players. That works. Or you can even trade between let's say you have a Wii and you have Pokemon Colosseum or XD on it. You can even trade using a GBA, not a GBA, using a GameCube and a Wii. So that works. That is actually very it's fun. It's probably one of the best add-ons Nintendo has made. It's a shame that the Game Boy Player is so hard to come by and so expensive. Last time I checked, the disc alone, the disc in and of itself costs like a €70, 70-ish. That already should give you an idea what price category you have to look for. But yeah, Human Name, you can trade between Game Boy and GameCube, and that is really, really nice. I have already sold my soul for chocolate bar and a can of Pepsi, so you're like Homer Simpson. You sell your soul for a donut. As long as you don't technically eat it all, I guess. Like in the episode. Made a deal with the devil and deals with God. Gotta be right back, everyone. See ya. Yeah, see ya. Don't make another deal with the devil, though. I'll see if my dad has the Game Boy Player. Yeah, getting one now is pretty hard. I mean, I'm super lucky I had the one that I had during my childhood. Then my husband has his from his childhood, so that's 2. Then I bought off a guy's GameCube that I know, a guy that I know who went to my also to my wedding and stuff. He wanted his GameCube, which was a purple dull 001 GameCube, so the very early produced GameCubes. He sold me that one, and it came with the add-on, so that makes it 3. And then I have 4 of them, but I didn't really pay that much for them. That's why I'm saying I got lucky. The luckiest I've got was that's where I got the 4th from. Went to flea market once, and there was a lady selling a black GameCube with 4 controllers, original first-party controllers, for €12, and I immediately bought it because it came with the add-on. She didn't even really know what the add-on was for, and yeah. Even though I have 4 or maybe 3, my husband's that's his, but we use these things interchangeably. It's fun. I mean, I really like my my Game Boy Player. I also like the Super Game Boy on my SNES. It's basically the same thing, the predecessor of that one that I'm using now. I know he has a GameCube. Well, I mean, you could get lucky, who knows, right? Okay, let's see if I got this one at least correctly. It's a purple one, the rare one. My dad has that one. Oh yeah! Yes, I knew it! I knew it! It was wrong. There we go. Finally! Shiny Lugia! Immediately Master Ball it. Ah, isn't it beautiful? But yeah, the purple ones, just like the Lugia, the purple ones tend to be a bit rarer. At least they go for a bit more. Oh, finally, have the shiny Lugia. Yeah, my hunch was correct. I did the delay table is mostly correct because I used that table and the other entries were correct, but with the Lugia one, I mean, sometimes I am just a clumsy idiot. Let's put it like that, and I don't get anything done for a while, but that was getting stupid even for my, yeah, for me even, for my standards, I guess. So, are you guys ready for the next shiny? Will be exactly the same frame. But I won't be pressing A. I have to press up. That's a bit different, so look at this glory. Really the I have to say the Generation 3 sprites, the shiny sprites, the colors really pop. That's really nice. Finally shiny. My GameCube's also purple. Yeah, that's the first one. Don't want to brag again, but yeah, I have the purple one. I have 3, 4, don't know, black ones. I had a black one as a child. My brother had the purple one. My husband also has the black one that's actually the GameCube I'm using now is my husband's. Thank you, darling. Then I also have I have 2 silver ones and 1 pearl one, at least. It was advertised as pearl. That's a white with a certain shimmer. As a silver one as a kid. Yeah, silver. That one is really nice. I really love the silver one. I got that one in my my other room, because I'm doing this in my work room basically. ZooCube is effing terrible. I told you, James, it's not good. I told you it's not good. Purple gang, yeah, we're a purple gang here. Wait, I had a black one as a kid. The silver one I was given years ago, but I gave it to a friend. Your white GameCube looks really nice. Oh yeah, you've used it and you've seen it before in person. Okay, so just need to figure out when to stop exactly. Is it this? Okay, I think it's the next step. No? Okay. Let's save here. I need to find my muscle memory and not press A when the timer goes down. Okay. Wait, I had black one as a kid, silver one friend. Oh, I already read that, yeah. Okay, that's a normal, boring ho-oh. Maybe not boring. My wonderful pink Lugia. Before. Ta-da! Alright, let's go for the shiny ho-oh. Because I also want the same frame for the ho-oh. Oh wait, what am I doing? I just forgot. The delay is different. Oh well, doesn't matter. What did I miss? I just got the shiny Lugia arch. I was right about what I said before. The table of delays that I got was wrong. Yeah, here it is in all of its pink glory. Sorry about that, Arch. The minute you walk away, I get the shiny. Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, that just happened. Although now the delay is not really correct. I don't know, should I believe that guy or should I just do the calibration like I did before? Because I think now that I'm kind of doubtful. It's that one, the adamant one. So when I use this, reuse this frame, I'll get a not a Lugia. I'll get a Ho-Oh that has the exact same IVs as the Lugia I just got. Why? I'm sorry. I mean, you can always rewatch it, right? Really sorry. I just got it now. That was quick, right? So funny that I don't want to say waste time, but for such a long time nothing happened because the delay was wrong. But that is a lesson to me now, that I don't have to, or I shouldn't really trust any delays that I see, even though if I have tested 90% and they're correct, 90% correctness is still 10% are wrong, if that makes sense. And I don't know if the other... I haven't tested every single frame in that table. Kind of stupid that the OBS streaming software doesn't want to show the program properly, but I mean, I'm ecstatic that I have the shiny now, so at least there's that. So I'm not a jinx. No, I'm just a klutz sometimes, or I mean, that was just my stupidity, James. I should have just been more skeptical of the delay that I had in the table. I mean, I did test all the other delays. Those were correct. For example, the Deoxys one was correct. That was 500 frames. Latios were correct. Kyogre... No, not Kyogre. Groudon was correct. The secret ID one is also correct if you're using it on the Ruby and Sapphire to get a secret ID that you want. It's user Golden Carpador, so I have to tell that guy that some of his delays are maybe not as correct as he thinks they are, or they think they are. Why does the stream still have one like? Come on guys, like the stream. Thanks, human name is vouching for me. I also only see one like, but then again, sometimes this takes a while to update. I swear for now I'm going to shrink myself a pocket size and sit myself somewhere near his pocket. Want to sit in my purse? I have a few of them. What do you prefer? Do you want to be in some no-name purse or in a Gucci bag? Okay. Yeah, obviously not. I'm going to do it how would you say I'm a blizzy, raw dog it. I'm going with this now, and then I'm gonna calibrate, and hopefully we'll get it as fast as the shiny Lugia. This is my first time doing the thing, not pressing A, but pressing up, but shouldn't be too much of a difference. Thank you for the hearts. Whoever is spamming them, thank you. Pocket Latios, Pocket Cuddle Dragon, Pocket Goober, what do I call myself? Pocket Monster, at least that's what that's where Pokemon comes from. It was originally planned to be called Pocket Monsters, because it's a monster you can fit in your pocket. Did not hear a dang word you said. I'm the emoji spammer. Thanks, James. Oh, what didn't you hear what I said? Should I repeat myself? I mean, I didn't really say anything super intelligent, so... Well, yeah, finally I got that Lugia. Let's see, if this stream goes fast, then I think we'll try the Latios, the roaming Latios again, because I really want to have that one as well. And then tomorrow, should we get the Ho-Oh this stream? I mean, I'm only about a half an hour in, and I'm gonna stream until midnight my time, so 2 hours at least. Then we can, should I get the Ho-Oh this stream, then I'll try to get my hands on the shiny, now only the German name comes to mind. Oh, Chikorita. Endivia in German, Chikorita in English. I think it's also Chikorita in French, but I'm not sure. Kind of confusing when you play Pokemon in multiple languages. I sometimes get the names mixed up. I do remember in one comment section saying something about Hitmonchan, but I didn't say Hitmonchan, I said Nocturne. But Nocturne is the German name, and I thought that, oh yeah, it's Nocturne, everyone knows what a Nocturne is, and then I got bombarded with comments saying, what the heck is a Nocturne? Oh, Hitmonchan, okay. Is your Mario Sunshine also in a dark purple box? I have 2 Mario Sunshines, the one from my childhood, which is so badly scratched up that it doesn't really read anymore, so I don't want to sell it. It doesn't really work anymore, unfortunately, but it was a launch title, so it's a really old game. And I have a second one that works, but that is in a normal box. Is it 22:07 your time? Yeah, 22:08 now. My time zone is the same, GMT +1, or Central European time. So Amsterdam, Brussels, Berlin. Peace and quiet. I will pay someone 500 Canadian dollars to put me in their pocket. Purse, hand, I don't care, please. I can try, but I don't think you'll fit into my bag. Even my largest one that I have. Unless I'll do a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but sadly I'm not a Rick Sanchez type super inventor, so that will have to wait. That does remind me though that that time I went to a friend's house as a teenager and she had rats. And the rats really liked being in my pockets. And she said that she just lets them chill in her pockets and in her purses. I thought that was cute. With little furry potatoes of love. Okay, hopefully I'll get this press up. At least we got one shiny, right? I mean, I know that this one's not gonna be shiny that I expected. I'm gonna use this one to calibrate simply. So Master Ball, there you go. I have 15 luxury balls. I will not expect the Ho-Oh to stay in that, but I can always try. Gonna shrink myself and I just like sit on top of Rayquaza taunting him. I don't know, I'm out of ideas. How come you two aren't bickering like a married couple now? Kinda miss that now. And no airline wars. Oops, what am I doing? Still, that's one thing. I mean, the Game Boy player is really nice, but sometimes some games are really awkward using the control stick. And when I have a GameCube controller in my hand, it's just... I automatically use the control stick. That's just muscle memory at this point. And then I see how yucky sometimes controls aren't really good. So yeah. Oh, another element one. Okay, I wonder if that's a... Is that random? Or did I really hit the same non-shiny frame? I mean, that could be. That would be funny. Okay, so let's put you start a party, and then I'm gonna teach you hidden power, and then let's see. Now that Lugia will look so good on, well, hopefully. Some shinies look really weird on Colosseum and XD. I was about to say this will look so good in Colosseum or XD, but then I stopped mid-sentence because actually, no, I'm not sure. Some shinies, like the shiny Azumarill that I have, looks really good, really nice in the game here, but it looks really bad in Colosseum. They just put a yellow filter above it, above the actual texture. They slapped it on top. Doesn't look good. It looks greenish, but a weird green, not a good green. Can you RNG manipulate wild encounters in Fire Red? Yes, you can. And I plan on doing that. I just haven't gotten into Fire Red, Leaf Green RNG because it's slightly different than Emerald's RNG or Ruby and Sapphire. But yeah, you can do that. Farbwechsel macht es zu einem Feuertyp. Okay, so fire. Didn't exactly hit the... There we go. So... Then I'll check the stats. Okay. Now I have to calculate. Well, I don't. The website does it for me, but... Okay. So, I have... What do I have? 233... 209. Defense is 139. Special attack is 144. 221 and 135. Calculate. Okay, so I got a range of IVs. I'm gonna check that with... Okay, so the HP has to be 7. For one that is applicable. Then 5, 12, oh, there we go, found it. It's this one. I hit this frame. At least it can only be this one because it coincides exactly with the frame, with the IV ranges that I got from the website. So I'll check again just to make absolutely sure. Wow, that is actually a really bad one. Jeez. Okay, that is the exact frame that I hit. Click update. And now I should I time this correctly now? Then I'll have a shiny Ho-Oh. So let's go. I was already starting to suspect with the last streams, are my resets getting worse? I mean, usually I've been doing this for quite a while. It's why good thing I did the calibration thing. Time to get off my dad's copy of Fire Red after a bit of studying the mechanics. Vert, green. Yeah, Arch, vert is French for green. I don't know where you get that from. Or a vert. Oh, it comes from Verteidigung, which is defense in German. They just abbreviate it like that. Because Verteidigung is too long of a word to write down, I guess. Also in the Italian version, they sometimes do that as well. Instead of strumenti, they just say strum for items. Also, why is chat so inactive? Chat, what's your preferred Pokemon plush size? Thanks for, I mean, doing that, but honestly, I think chat is not really that inactive. I mean, I'm always happy for every single person that shows up and really grateful. The channel is also growing, slowly but steadily, and hopefully I'll be able to do memberships in April, and then you can have the most loyal viewers can have some additional perks. Trying to play Pikmin and have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Well, I can't really advise you on Pikmin. You have to ask my husband, Cameron. He's a Pikmin nerd, and he's very good at the game. I think he also tried to speedrun the PAL version of Pikmin 1. Pikmin is peak. I mean, it's a good franchise. It's not for me, so not too big of a fan. It's nice, just not for me. But my husband sure is a big fan of Pikmin. My preferred Pokemon plushie size, though, I'm thinking of that. I saw a huge Snorlax that you can jump onto. Like, it's almost like a bed, but where would I put that? I don't really have space for that. Well, it would be nice having a life-sized Latias plush. That would be what, 1 meter 40 in length. Which is funny that I am a bit taller than a Latias, but Pokemon sizes are just weird. If you look at them and you calculate the density using the mass and the weight, you usually get ridiculously low densities. Well, I mean, it is magical animals basically, but Pokemon sizes are weird. There are definitely different videos on YouTube talking about that fact. Got Pikmin 1 for €15. The sequel was €50, so I didn't get that one. I require Pikmin. Welcome back, Shiny Rayquaza. Guess what I got? Want a size accurate Eternamax Eternatus plushie. That's gonna use so much. Oh, okay. So I didn't get the. That's gonna use so much material. Shiny Lugia, yeah. Got it. Finally. No. Ho-Oh is next, although... Okay, Zacht. Zacht was... Oh, gotta look that up. Sometimes the translations aren't really not... Oh, gentle, just... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Gentle... We got a gentle burp. I did see gentle here somewhere. Too bad you can't see the program that I'm using, at least not parts of it, because I don't know why. Technology. Yeah, okay, so 15,000 something at least. Doing the hidden power thing again. Can I fit myself in your pocket after I shrink myself pretty, please? Sure. Yay. Well, that went fast. My dad wanted me to beat up some guy tomorrow. What? I assume you're joking. If not, I hope it's a bully or someone who at least deserves it. He owes us money. He owes your the airline company. Is he indebted to the airline company? Gang type stuff. So your airline is a gang. Got that. In Fire Red and Leaf Green you have, when you go here you get items. But should you go here in the Emerald version there's nothing. Just like rob a bank. Ah yes, my viewers casually suggesting crimes. IRL, no joke. So you're trying to tell me that you're actually in a gang. Don't know if I believe that. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of gang. Yeah, I don't condone violence in the stream. But my chat always tends to turn really dark for some reason. Or morbid. Broke my hand doing that to someone once. Whoa. We should all start a cult. Who's the god? Gang type stuff. Not a gang. Okay. Gust typ, which is rock type because it means Gestein. So what we have a rock, hidden power rock. Is it this one? And then I'll check the IVs. Depending on how I did this, multiple come to mind, but that's why I used the calculator for it. 193. Defense is 131. Special attack 180. Does any of you watch darts? Because there's always that one guy that yells 180, and I did that as a joke in one of my top 5s, and no one seemed to understand the joke. Okay, so we have HP should be 27. Alright. Attack should be between that, yeah. Defense should be... Okay, no, defense isn't really... Okay, that does not add up. Uh, 131, but it says 0 to 1, which I doubt. And then special attack is... Okay, it says invalid value, so weird. Special defense 0, what? Okay, sometimes I think that even that calculator does weird things. But I do believe this is the frame that I've hit. It goes along with all the other calculated stats, so let's go. The god is RNG's and RNG manipulating is a form of holy ritual. I see. According to Astaroth, the monarch of darkness. Someone literally has called me god before. Used to randomly yell 180 as a kid because I heard it somewhere and could never figure out where I heard it. I mean, my parents love to watch darts and that's why I heard it from. If I remember correctly, should you get the full points, it's 180 points. And they always have an announcer who yells 180. And I thought that was funny because the V-Crate, I believe the attack V-Crate has a base power of 180. And I used that joke, but I don't think anyone understood the joke. Maybe too specific. I am the strongest in the universe. Do not ask me who Astaroth is. That just sounds like some kind of elder god from a H.P. Lovecraft novel. Is there a way to RNG manipulate in Pokemon Crystal? I do think so. I'm actually not well versed with RNG Generation 1 and 2 games, but I do know that they are RNGable because some TAS speedruns have used RNG manipulation to get favorable results. And I do have reason to believe it is possible. It's just a different process, I would say, because the IVs are calculated completely differently. Haven't seen anyone do crystal manipulation. But I'm pretty sure that you can manipulate on RNG manipulate on almost every Pokemon game. You can even do it on channel, Pokemon channel, so you can get a shiny Jirachi. You can also do it in Pokemon Colosseum or XD, although you need a special program for that. So Pokerfinder and Eontimer aren't enough, you need another program. I do believe though that RNG... I mean, I haven't seen it before, but I would say yes, Crystal is RNGable. Technically every single game is RNGable if you know the maths behind how things are generated. It's just reverse engineering at this point. That's what Pokerfinder is doing here. I just know that when I wait a very, very specific amount of time and then press it at the exact same or the exact time that Eontimer says, then I get the shiny and, as you can see, works. So finally there's that. Yeah, I'll just do the same thing with Ho-Oh. I don't want to go through 3 streams not finding any shiny Ho-Oh. Right, 10 seconds remaining. There you go, come down. No, not shiny. Probably still getting accustomed to doing the pressing up. We should get this. Still have a good amount of time left. Shiny, yeah, mine is the Lugia, sure, but the Ho-Oh isn't. Let's do that immediately. Good old Kraftreserve. Would be nice, a double shiny stream. Right, what nature are you? Zacht, which is not gentle, but Zacht is careful. Okay, so I got a careful Ho-Oh. There we go. And now I gotta find out the hidden power type. Same stuff I did before. Shouldn't take too long. Now that I know that the frame table maybe shouldn't be doing the controller thing again. The frame thing shouldn't be trusted. I had put too much trust into that. Pokerus, yeah. That's not a, that wasn't a, I mean, my other Pokemon have Pokerus. I didn't get lucky there. It's just that my Pokemon just infected the Ho-Oh and Lugia immediately. And if you have Pokerus on one Pokemon, and you have Pokerus on a game cartridge where the battery has run dry, then it will stay there. It never goes away. That's why I have so many Pokerus Pokemon on that one, because if you have one of them, at least one of them that has it, then every single one will almost, after a certain time, have it. Oh, there you are. Would have been pretty funny that it would be a full odds Pokerus, which is even, Pokerus is even rarer than getting a shiny, much rarer in fact. Welcome back, Shiny Rayquaza. So, gentle, but what hidden power? Go on, Germaine, send out your Kecleon. Gonna start a cult for myself, because according to the law of balanced craft wars. Sure. Boden, so it's ground. Okay. Doing the IV thing again. So what do we have? 248, 203, 147, 157, 260, and 140. So why does it keep saying invalid value for attack and special defense? I mean, typed incorrectly, so okay, so what we have, okay, HB apparently is between 28 and 29, so this one looks promising. Remember, it's around 15,000 and something. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's this one. That's the frame that I hit. 15,605. So I copy that, put it in frame hit update, and do it over again. Who needs a cult? All you need is to believe in yourself. Yeah. What's Pokerus, if I'm spelling that right? Pokerus is a really rare virus. It sounds bad when you say virus, but it's actually a very good thing to catch. Pokerus. It's not like COVID. When you have it, it just goes downhill. It's a video game, so catching something like that is cool and not actually a bad thing. When you catch Pokerus, your EVs, not IVs, so not individual values, which are the genes basically. The effort values, EVs, get doubled when you have a Pokemon with Pokerus. So that does help in competitive. Saves you a lot of time. It's very, very rare though. I've been playing Pokemon for longer than some of my viewers in the chat here. And I've never come across Pokerus by myself. The Pokerus that I have on this cartridge is actually when I was in school and I was a child when this game came out, I was the one on the playground who always cloned the Pokemon on using Emerald because I could do the clone glitch so well. And one of the kids had a friend actually of my brother's, now that I think about it and I remember it. He had his starter caught Pokerus, and that's how I have it on this cartridge now. Because I kept that one in a box, and now a lot of my Pokemon have Pokerus. Rayquaza, like 13 people worship me. Well, that's not 0, so there you go. Rayquaza Airlines, we now offer special deals for you and that person who also cares about you. Early Valentine's Day flights will now be available for booking and are cheaper for a week. Oh yeah, in a month it's already Valentine's Day. Oh, time flies. My girlfriend would drag me on a plane to a furry convention, I'm not joking. Are there a lot of furry conventions? Again, I'm not a furry, so I'm not really into the... Don't know the ups and downs and what is going on in the scene. I just know that Rainforest was a very specific convention that was so... I mean, the attendees were so acting out... How do I say it without really saying nasty things? I mean, they left diapers that were used on people's cars. They flooded the hotel's plumbing system. They stopped. There was a jacuzzi, and they put a towel inside the filter so it blocked. They basically just unleashed pure chaos, and then apparently no one wanted to host Rainforest anymore. And apparently these repercussions were so far-reaching that apparently they didn't want to host any furry convention ever. Don't know if that's exactly true, but I've heard of that. No, Arch, it's not XP game, it's just EVs that get boosted, that's it. Sadly, no experience gain. Probably played Pokemon before I was alive. Depends on when you got born. I mean, if you were born after 98, then yes, I've played Pokemon before you were alive. Nah, no shiny. Yeah, the odds of Pokerus are not 1 in 4,000. That's the modern shiny odds. But I do believe it was the odds flee to 65,536, which is just the 16-bit max value integer. What conversation did I cause? In case it gets leaked, I had no part and I was never here. Who are you and what are you doing in my stream? Oh, it's a jolly fellow. So we got a jolly Ho-Oh, and I don't know the hidden power type. Oh, yeah. No, that comes later. Don't be 5 steps ahead, that doesn't make any sense, brain. Okay. The conversations here become quite morbid quite quickly, so don't know about that. When I was in London once, there was a bus full of people dressed in animal costumes, and I swear it felt like I was freaking. Dreaming, not freaking. I was asking, freaking? What do you mean, freaking out? Because furries are really dangerous in that regard. 2006, when I was born. Ah, so you're as old as my nephew then. But yeah, I've played Pokemon for decades now, I can actually say that. "2006, that's only just happened. James, I told you, we getting old." I do say this with not entirely seriously, of course. Gonna annoy Rayquaza really quick, be right back. Gonna nibble on your ears. Now get ready for that, Rayquaza. So in 2 years you'll turn 20. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, okay. Started around playing Pokemon when I was around 4. Well, for me it was the same. I was 4 years old and I got Pokemon Blue. That was my first game. My first Pokemon game, not my first actual game. And I mean, oh, yeah. It's kind of weird when now that I think about it, how Feuertyp. Okay, so it's Hidden Power Fire, and it's a jolly one. Christmas Spirit, even though Christmas is over. Okay, almost defeated the Pokemon there. That would have been kind of dumb. Okay, what do you have? 236 HP, 201 attack, 142 in defense, 153 in special attack. Much less special defense than the last one, so I guess that is a low IV value, but the speed is much better. It's 160. Okay, so HP has to be 12, 11 or 12. Attack has to be 20 or 21. Defense has to be 16 or 17. No. Oh yeah, obviously it's not that one. Stupid. Okay, I think it's this one. And speed is 22. Yeah, it's this one. I got this frame. That's pretty cool that you can really deduce the exact frame that you got. If you showed this to me when I was, what, a teenager or a kid, I would have freaked out. Oh, wow, I just was 1 frame late. I just see that. Wow. Great. Sometimes that happens. Alright, let's go. Also, people call me a pest. Wow, that's mean. Speaking of Christmas, my girlfriend was born on Christmas. Oh, so double gifts, I guess. I've played Pokemon since I was 6. In 2 years I'll be 16, so 10 years then of Pokemon. In 2 years I'll be 27, and this year in April I'll be 30. Even though I really don't feel 30. I don't look 30, at least. I mean, I get comments from strangers when they see my wedding ring and they say, "Oh, aren't you isn't that a bit early to get married?" And then they keep thinking that I'm 18 or 19 years old, and I have to tell them, please, I turn 30 soon, so... But then again, I think that's just genetic luck. My mom, my sister, my grandmother, they still got carded in their 40s. Anyone excited for Valentine's Day? I am. I'm too. I mean, sometimes I just use that day to go eat out with my husband somewhere where we like a bit of a fancier place. Nothing too fancy. Still something that we can afford, but I like going to a teppanyaki place in the south of Luxembourg. Remember, James, we went there. It's really good. Teppanyaki is basically where they cook in front of you, Japanese style. And you wear little kimonos. You sit in front of a grill, basically, and the cook cooks the food in front of you. And sometimes they they make an omelette, and they cut some pieces of the egg, and then you have to catch them with your mouth. Not sure if other countries do that as well, but where I'm from, usually that is a highlight at teppanyaki restaurants. One frame, yeah, sometimes I didn't live stream that, but when I was getting into RNGing and I did the stationary Pokemon Ruby for the shiny Armaldo, the fossil, I tried hours, and for hours I was off by one frame. One single frame. That kind of drove me insane, I'm not gonna lie. Also, people call me a pest because all I do is cause them trouble. A troublemaker. I steal treats even though they give them to me. Well, then, if they give them to you, then it's not stealing, isn't it? Love that place. Yeah, it's really good. Either we go there or maybe we'll try something else. That sucks. It is what it is. My clumsiness knows no limits. Sometimes I'm Murphy's Law myself. I mean, all you can do is laugh about it. I mean, I do have the Armaldo now, right? It's level 100. It's pretty good. I like using it. You just shouldn't let that demotivate you. You just try again and again. I mean, it is kind of tricky. You have to be precise within 1 in a 60s time window. A girlfriend when I was 14, and for our first and only date we went to McDonald's. Lol. We lasted 2 weeks. Not a shiny ho-oh. Am I off again by one frame? I do remember, I mean, we weren't married obviously back then, but we went to not McDonald's but Quick, which is a Belgian fast food chain, almost like McDonald's but not exactly. Yeah, that's just a teenage kind of date where you go to a fast food place. I mean, it's cute. Okay, robust, and robust is hardy. So we got a hardy, not a jolly fella, a hardy fella this time. Kind of dumb that you don't see the program has decided to glitch out now and not show, but there's worse things. I've had the same experience, James. Yeah, I think that's just a common teenagers having a first date kind of thing. It wasn't my first date going within there, but I do remember sometimes going to fast food joints because that was really the only third place, when you know what a third place is. First place is, in sociology, first place is where you live, so your home. Second place usually is work or school, and the third place is a place where you just hang out and you're not obliged to do anything. And usually those are fast food joints. That's not clumsiness, it's intervention from a divine being. Then that divine being has been trolling me for my entire life, and I employ the divine being to maybe pick other people to troll, because why me? I guess everyone can ask, why me? Had a girlfriend, and for a first date I went to her house and we made out. Also first date together. Wow, you're a fast mover, aren't you? I don't know if making out, if you refer to the kissing or the more intimate thing that I'm sure that I can't name here because YouTube will not like that. But, well, in any case, a very fast mover. Ray, you don't effing say that in the stream. My charm knows no bounds, so you got a cute charm then. The Rizzler. I know I'm bad as hell. Yeah, lady killer, I guess. I'm going to YouTube to a place I don't think I can even say on here. Discord? Purgatory? Yeah, because Discord and Purgatory are two related things. Okay, so Pflanzentyp, so that's grass type. There we go. I should do the initial advance thing because that's annoying. I don't want to scroll down every time. Okay, so do believe it's one of those, but I have to check the IVs just to make sure. So you're a hardy one, a bit less in HP, a bit more attack. I still have the values of the Ho-Oh that I have before, so I can kind of eyeball, let's say, the IVs, but it's always good to calculate them. Okay, HP has to be 10. Here's one with 10. Attack has to be 23 or 24, yeah. Defense is 3, yeah, that defense is pretty bad. 25 speed, yeah, it's that one. And not the special defenses, yeah, it's this one. Go. Not too far off. Let's go. It was only kissing, wasn't lucky enough. Oh, you don't have to go that fast to the last base, as you Americans always say that. When you're comfortable where you should, you don't have to do anything, it's for you, right? I just heard an ambulance. I did ask for a little something a couple days later and she didn't do it because of the rain and her sister was at home. Yeah, that is awkward when your sibling is home. Do I understand that? What's our DMs? Do I want to know? Direct messages on Discord, you complete buffoon. Oh, you two are just too much, you know that? Yeah, but what about him? You said some vile things like... One frame again? No. At least no. Oh no, it is one frame again. I'm sorry, yeah. It's again one frame. I hope this doesn't turn out to be the shiny fossil thing where I am off by one frame for 2 hours. Oh well, no. I do want to get into the shiny Chikorita hunt tomorrow. And also maybe more hunts during the week. This week was kind of... didn't really have that much time during the evening, unfortunately, but should be better next week. Going to tape a cross to my chest. Cross purifies the dark. I don't know if that's gonna work, but do what you wanna do. Huh? I bought flavored condoms today. Didn't know there was such a thing. Oh yeah, there are flavored condoms. These have been a thing for, I think, longer than I am on this earth. But, I mean, yeah. What flavor, if I might ask? The chat conversation always changing to things like these. Bro, what? Maybe James got game, I don't know. What flavor was it? I want to know now. Why flavored ones? Because he wants some flavor in his life. Don't use them for intended purpose, like to make gigantic balloons. Ah, I see. Yeah, they hold quite a bit of volume. If you've ever done the stupid thing that every teen does and see how much water can you fit into one condom until it breaks. I'm admitting my true colors. The flavored ones are different colored, yeah. I mean, your brands are different, but I do see in the grocery store, I see these. Forgot the name of the brand, but it was a banana one that was yellow, chocolate that was brown, and red that was strawberry. Have that in the one like multi-pack. Use protection, kids. My streams are very educational and I promote safe sex here. So don't ban me, YouTube. I'm doing a good thing. Have to go for a second. Be right back. Yeah. See you around. W, man. Going to recite the Bible in Japanese. What's that gonna do? I will repel the demons inside of you, Thi. There's multiple fruit flavors. Yeah, those are banana and strawberry are the ones I keep seeing. I mean, I guess if you go to specialized shops, you can get more, but still no shiny. I am the demon. I mean, a demon is nothing else than a fallen angel. I'm asking my friend if I can go to his house. I can't do this. Too impure. Alright, you do you. Get back on topic. Condoms? And what's the topic now? I mean, I talk about the topics that come up. Should I be able to do them? Because you can't say that you DIY, you have to say unalive in videos now, because apparently saying DIY, that's do it yourself, wow brain, DIE is too evil, too upsetting. The system is just what is considered to be advertiser friendly and what isn't. I don't think it's very logical. 12 condoms for €1, so I don't trust them so much. Okay, that's super cheap. Doing the controller thing again. Just use the control stick. Hell was only made for the followers of Satan. Yeah, depends on which kind of Christianity you consider to be canon, if I put it like that. One of my OCs is literally a prince of effing hell. So, the devil himself? Isn't he commonly referred to as the Prince of Darkness? One time as a kid I found condoms in my sister's room. Were you snooping around in your sister's room? Made massive water balloons, either them and out of them, okay, and drop them out of the window on whoever was outside. You're mean, James. I mean, at least, hopefully it was a hot summer day. I hope. Just don't go throwing random condom water balloons onto people. But then again, James, you you do have some crazy ideas sometimes, don't you? At least it doesn't get boring with you then. No. Okay, so we got a Forge. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, you. A sassy ho-oh. I just imagine if you could have your ho-oh, it would be a modern Pokemon game, and you just es hat keine Wirkung, so that means it's ghost. Because can only be ghost. Okay. What do you have? Better HP at least. I mean, it's not like I will use you anyway, but better defense. And you're not hardy, you're sassy. And 200, oh, much better special defense. And special, oh, speed is really low compared to the other one. Calculate, okay, so 26 HP. Found one. 21. There we go. 21 attack, yeah. 24 defense, yeah. 5. 12, 7, that's it. That's the one I got. This one. Okay, at least I think it's not a one frame off thing again, but still. Let's go. This is Pokemon, not SEX ed class. Oh my. Sorry, if you don't like it, I'll stop. I mean, I'm already being kind of cautious and thinking, oh, am I even allowed to say condom on stream? You never know. But promoting safe SEX is good. That's a good thing. There was a bomber called Old 666 and its pilot Jay Zemer could pull fighter pilot maneuvers in a B-17 bombers. I'm sure that's impressive, but then again, I'm not knowledgeable on planes, so if you say B-17 bomber, what my brain thinks of is, have you seen the AVGN episode, the Angry Video Game Nerd, where he reviews a very old console, I think it was the Intellivision, and that had a voice chip add-on, and one of the games was called B-17 Bomber, and it just says that in a robot voice. That's what my brain comes up with when I read that, but I can't picture a plane model. I was like 10, but I dropped him onto my sister or whoever else was outside. It was always family. Oh, poor family. My phone is at 15%. Well, then better hook it up to a charging cable. We're gonna talk about this S on stream though. Sorry if, I mean, if you don't really, if this makes you uncomfortable, I'll stop, of course. I know that some people are getting uncomfortable at different rates with things like these, which I respect. For the fun. Wait, did we beat Lugia? Yeah. I mean, if you mean beat, by beat you mean catch. Yeah, here it is. Can we not talk about this stuff? Okay, interesting stuff. Everyone Google Pokemon Rule 34. Don't Google that. Don't Google anything with our Rule 34 attached to it. You'll regret it. A Spitfire pilot once flipped a V1 bomb with his Spitfire's wing. I mean, probably very impressive, but then again, I can't picture anything. I'd have to see that in a video or something like that. Kaza, you two, stop it. Yeah, I'll stop. The F-22 Raptor is outdated, even though it's a super versatile dog fighter. I mean, aren't these things getting outdated pretty quickly now? It's not like the military. The military gets so much money and funding. I'm sure that things like these become outdated pretty quickly. Can you guys keep Rayquaza tame? Not sure if I can. Hey, let's go. Congrats on the first try, Lugia. Yeah, thank you. That was I didn't check the right frame, or I thought that the delay the delay was the correct one when it wasn't, and now that I did it correctly, I got it. And now Ho-Oh is left. Going to bite him, but I'm going to a friend's run. So you do bite. I'm talking about plain stuff now. The F-35 is the most modern fighter as of right now. Okay. Oh, still no shiny. Yeah, doing this with pushing up is a bit harder than with A, but if I don't get it today, I'll get it tomorrow, hopefully. America sells them to ally members and friends of NATO. Yeah, I know. I actually saw some of these. Sometimes, you depending on where you are, you can see some of these in Luxembourg or parts of Western Germany, more specifically Rhineland-Palatin, so what they call Rhineland-Pfalz. Because I already talked about that briefly on a stream once, where there is a place called Ramstein in Germany, not the band. It's a city, and they have it's an American military base, and sometimes when I go to Trier to shop or visit friends, or when I went to university, I could hear fighter jets flying above, because they were really, 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 really loud. You could definitely hear that it was not a passenger plane or anything of that sort. Okay, so I didn't teach it hidden power yet. I'll do that, because after the battle that would be a bit too late. America sells... I did read that. Welcome back, human name. Ghetto Netto. Yeah. Germany had jet fighters first, then England, and then America. I'm just going to believe you there, because I don't really have a lot of knowledge. God, using this with the GameCube control stick is not... wasn't meant to be played that way, you can see. England had some of the best fighter pilots back in the World War II era. Are we talking about war equipment? I mean, he's giving me a info dump about military planes, which is fine. I just can't really speak a lot about them because my knowledge is really limited. Okay, so your hidden power is ice, and you are constricting me. I don't care. And it's lush. Lush is lax. So we got a lax Ho-Oh. And it has hidden power ice. Right. Okay, your HP isn't as good. Your attack is a bit better. Your defense is much better, actually. Special attack was only 1 point higher than the previous Pokemon. Special defense takes a dive. And speed is 142. Calculate. Okay, so it has to have a HP stat of 13. Okay, there I see multiple. Attack 24. Okay, so I guess it's that one. Defense should also be 24. Yeah. Special attack 7. Yes. Special defense 1. Yeah, that's the one. That's the frame that I hit. Yeah, 13 HP. Yeah. Okay. I'm just talking about jets and planes. There's a prop fighter plane to this day and it's modernized. I mean, fighter jets are war equipment. Yeah, that's true. I mean, or war vessel, maybe? Equipment. Yeah, that's a good question. Is equipment something like a plane or more guns and other machines? War equipment is machine guns, crates and stuff like that. Jets are war planes. Good late evening, how is it going? Hey there, Kryto Skywaker, look what I got. Isn't it beautiful? Got the shiny Lugia, because the delay that I used, that I took from a Reddit user named u/Golden Carpador, he got the delay wrong. And now I did some calibration, I deduced it myself, and now I have the shiny Lugia, finally. And I'm glad that you could join us tonight. Need a different topic? Yeah, maybe. I do know how it is, how it's like when you are the only one in a group who's really into a specific topic. Is it a shiny Lugia? Nice. Now what are you hunting for? Now it's the Ho-Oh that I'm hunting for. Because they're in the same place in this game. And shiny Ho-Oh is more golden. I do prefer shiny Lugia, to be fair, and to be honest. 10% of the Faroese population is in Germany right now because of handball. Are you guys good at handball? I don't know if you say handball in English though. I think they say volleyball. Then again, I could be wrong. Maybe it's a American and British English thing again. But that's a lot of handball players. We also, in my native language, we say handball for volleyball. You play it with your hands, so it makes sense. I know volleyball is American. We say handball in England. Ah, I see. I learned something new again. Handball is something different, I believe. I mean, if you what else is it then? Could you maybe describe the game? I do think it is volleyball, or what is colloquially known as volleyball. I was insane at dodgeball back in my primary school days. I mean, I was really bad at shooting. I was better at evading, but I wasn't really that good. I always say volleyball. Yeah, it depends on where you're from, but I do believe handball isn't wrong in this case. You know, there are some nations that have a very high stat or a very high amount of people who are skilled in a very specific sports. I was good at badminton too. Yeah, I'm not too bad at badminton. Good, not really, but not too bad. Handball is kind of like football with hands. Yeah, you see, in America they don't say football. Football is something else. That's what I would call rugby. So that is also very confusing. Okay. Hopefully I get that press up thing going. No, still not shiny. Oh my god, it's already 23. What? Where did that time go? Okay, this is getting scary. How fast time seems to fly. Faster and faster every single time. It doesn't feel like I've been playing this game for a few hours now, honestly. Hustic, which is hasty. So you're hasty. But yeah, what I was saying before, that is very confusing because for them, football is what I would call rugby, and Americans call it football, and what I call football, they say soccer. So that is also a very confusing thing. I always specify when I say football on the internet that I mean what a European understands as football, not soccer. Never use the term soccer. My dad lost interest very quick, and so did my sibling. Oh, with badminton? So did you try to get to a professional playing level? But 5k of the Faroe Islands is in Germany watching the games there with their children, so it's nice and quiet here. Oh yeah, I did have that. Sometimes in Luxembourg you really notice when certain events are going on, or certain certain events, or certain at certain times. You just know that so many Luxembourgish people go off to vacation, and then suddenly you take your car, you drive somewhere, and there's just maybe an exaggeration, but like 50% or 40% less cars on the road. You really notice that. I do know how you feel, human name, when you're from a small country with not that many inhabitants. Sometimes that happens. It's weird when it feels like half the country is gone. The T90 tank and the T72 tank are some of my favorites. I'm really interested in artillery too, since it seems cool. Oh, about the T's. Oh, that's a ghost type again. because it said it has no effect. There we go. When I went to university, I met a friend who was a soldier. I think he did drive a T-72 tank. He actually operated a real tank, so there's that. He says it's apparently like driving stick shift in a very slow car. Then again, I never I never drove a tank because I never had access to one, and I'm not the kind of person who would be in the military. Because why use me when you can use people that are actually strong? I mean, I'm healthy, but I'm not strong. Not even for, I wouldn't say even for women's standards. Okay, your special attack is 172, your special defense is 234, and your speed is, this one seems to be a much better Ho-Oh. Okay, calculate. Okay, HP is really bad. 1 to 2. Here's one with 1. Attack 18, yeah, looks like that. Looks like 21, yeah, it's this frame that I got. Okay, update, and let's go. Do want to get a lot of encounters before I hit the hay tonight. Football here is football tour. I hope I pronounce that correctly. Literally just foot and ball, and so soccer is always football in my mind. Yeah, also in my native language, it's literally called Fußball, which is football. Also in German, it's Fußball, which is exactly the same. And the French just say football. It's a they just use the English word and pronounce it in a French way. Handball is hitting the ball over a net with your hands. Yeah, that what you commonly, at least where I'm from, you see that being played in the summer or in Italy on the beach. There were a trans person in Germany who I liked and then grew to dislike since they went out their way to tag team crush my Christianity beliefs. I mean, not sure what the whole story was. I mean, attacking someone's beliefs, yeah, not a nice thing to do. Don't know what he did, or they, she, he, don't know. If it's a male to female or female to male trans person. Didn't you say you and your family went to a ball game or something and you said you were from Luxembourg and no one knew what you were talking about? Maybe I misunderstood. No, that was not a ball game. That was just a, when I was a teenager, I think it was 14. Wasn't even... I wasn't with my now husband yet. We went to Greece for vacation, and the every night the hotel had some events going on, and these people that work there, they are called animators, but they're not animating like Disney or anime. They're there to basically hype the crowd. Hype people up. And they were always asking, where's everyone from? If you're from Germany, raise your hand. If you're from France, raise your hand. If you're from... and so on and so forth. And then they just cheekily said, oh yeah, and what other countries what other countries were forgotten? And I said, we're from Luxembourg. And just everyone just stared at us. It almost felt like a Simpsons joke. There's like 4 to 5 positions in a tank. Yeah, he told me something like that. But he did drive it, so I guess you'd know which position he had. No, you have to throw a ball into a goal. Oh, but it's not basketball. So that's not volleyball then. Worst part about it is them they cry when they feel slightly offended by some people and their trans jokes. To be fair, some trans jokes are basically just one joke, the attack helicopter thing, and that's hasn't been funny since 2014. And I think they're kind of tired of hearing that. I mean, I'm not trans and I'm absolutely tired of hearing that. And I'm guilty of using the same joke, but I changed and I apologized. But the trans people I know didn't have that much of a problem with that. Depends, sometimes people are more sensitive, that's just the way it is. Were your brother and parents there too? Yeah, we were with me and my husband. I was 14. I did not have a husband at 14, and I mean we came together when I was 16, 15, 16. So, no, was still single there. See you later, call me an animator who here loves Pokemon. See you later. Yeah, you definitely are an animator, that's for sure. Where you brought basically football goalie throwing the ball into. Okay, now I'm really interested because I'm trying to think of a okay, you're shy or timid. There we go. I'm trying to think of a game that does that, but other than basketball where the goal is the hoop, don't think I can think of a thing like that, a game. Then actually your handball is indeed something else. Way to go, guys. Y'all are killjoys. Yeah, you don't invite me to parties. I'm not a fun party person. Sorry about that. Can't attest for the other people here in the chat, but there's a reason I mean, I did get invited to parties for some reason, but James being a cheeky James again. Real people say there's something original. Maybe Aeroball? Oh yeah, isn't there a game called Aeroball where it's basically is football / soccer but with hands? I do remember that. Maybe water ball. Is it played in water or are people just running? Because there's also water ball. Sometimes when I go to swimming pool I see people playing water ball. And it's basically football, but you're swimming, and yeah, you have to do that in the water, and it's they use a ball that's very similar to a volleyball. I sucked at that because I'm not a good swimmer. I mean, I can swim. I can even keep myself above water using, or not using, wearing clothes. But I'm just a very slow swimmer. I'm a very inefficient swimmer. I don't know if you guys had that in school where you have to showcase basically how good of a swimmer you are. And then you get grades for that. I always did really poorly with these, but oh well, I think there's worse things to worry about. If I can at least can hold myself above water, that's what counts. What's your guys' best water park experience? Good question. I mean, I went to Aqualand, which is in South France. And there's also one in Portugal, but I never went there because I didn't go to Portugal yet, unfortunately. Okay, so your dragon. Water park experience, the best one, I don't know, but I did have some funny memories of some random 12-year-olds just jamming into my back because they didn't respect the you always have to wait for you have to wait for a red light to turn green where I'm from, or at least in these water parks where I went to, that is the norm. And there were some teenage boys who thought that didn't apply to them, so they jumped ahead and they caught up with me because they took a position where you slide down faster, and then I felt some random 12-year-old guy feet in my back, and that kind of hurt. Okay, yeah, things like these. Or one where you just get, where it's a big slope and you are supposed to be on a raft. Or a raft, and I just immediately fell off the raft because me and my clumsiness. Okay, so HPs, that has to be 4 or 5. Attack has to be 15, 6, 29. Yeah, it's this one. That is the frame that I got. 15,604. Let's go. I want to get my. I want to see that shiny Ho-Oh today. There's also water park experiences where someone lost his how do you say, diving glasses? Not really, but he lost the ones he had, and he was going around, or swimming around rather, asking for people if he could use theirs, and I said sure, and it was kind of funny, a grown man swimming around with pink tinted glasses, but he did find it and he thanked me, so there was that. Oh, and maybe I think that is a juicy one, I guess. I'm not gonna do that again. Once when I went on a slide, I was an adult then. I think I was in my early 20s. Went to water park again, and I took a slide that's a bit more, let's say, extreme. You had to weigh at least 50 kilograms to go on there, or 45, and you had to be 12 years or older. And I went on it, and I was wearing a bikini, and yeah, one of the things came off doing the ride. That wasn't really good. I wasn't really seen because the water did block it, and there were a lot of bubbles in the water, so I could discreetly put that thing back on. But that did scare me for a second. When suddenly your the top part or the lower part is gone. So don't wear bikinis on these things, ladies. Maybe not such a good idea. I'm the best swimmer, obviously, and the best flyer, and the best here. Wow, how impressive. Portugal is probably one of the best countries I've been to. Yeah, I still have to go. Really have to go. Have to see if I can do that with my I have a Portuguese friend. She wanted to do a Portuguese trip, like a road trip with me, and then I could sleep at her family's house. That would be nice. Or beach experience. Ooh, there's like so many beach experiences. you know when you go into the ocean and it's really salty and you have paper cuts or like small wounds, then you'll feel them. Oh, and never ever open your eyes under salty water. I mean, it's not that it's bad for you, but it does hurt and it's very uncomfortable. I don't recommend doing that. Best beach experience is probably my latest beach experience. That was in the Maldives for my honeymoon. I went snorkeling and I saw so many fish that came really, really close. I saw coral reefs, even though they were kind of dead due to global warming. I did see turtles. I saw a Napoleon fish, I believe. That's what the species called. That one actually... They said, when you arrived, they said, do not touch the animals. And I was like, okay, duh, of course not. Tourists being tourists, of course, they still do that. But obviously I wasn't going to touch the animals. But when the animals touch me, I didn't go out to touch them, but the fish did touch me quite often. That was an amazing experience, though. I'm gonna listen for a bit. Yeah, go ahead. Goggles. Yeah, just diving goggles, I guess. Still no shiny. But yeah, like diving or snorkeling with live fish and they come close to you, that is really an experience. Was just kind of frightened about the idea of stepping on a, I forgot the English name, but Steinfish in German. It's a fish that's very poisonous and usually when you step on it, it's fatal. And they did warn us, but I didn't see any at all. I keep forgetting that Forsch is sassy, because Forsch is not a... I wouldn't... if I would be the translator of this game, I would not translate Forsch into sassy, but... Then again, I'm not a translator for this game, so... There's also some kind of snail, underwater snail, that is also super poisonous. Yes, I believe poisonous is the correct term, because venomous and poisonous aren't the same thing. Portuguese beaches I went to were incredible. Yeah, my parents have been to Portugal quite a few times, and all the videos, all the pictures they sent me, the experiences they explained, apparently it's really, really nice. I was 6 push against a woman's breast. Yeah, I mean, I once, that happened I think 5 or 4 years ago. I tried on some new underwear at a store, and then maybe at tops 3-year-old toddler just walked in and just wanted to see what I was doing. I mean, I wasn't upset because it's a small child. I just said, try to be gentle and say, hey, you don't do that, it's rude to do that to a lady, and then he went. His mom was shocked though, and she kept saying sorry, kept saying, I'm sorry, this won't happen again. I mean, it's a small child, that's not assault, right? Toddlers are just, they do whatever they want, that's just how toddlers are. If any of you have had experiences with toddlers, and by that I don't mean being a toddler, I also was one at one point, obviously, but if you had young siblings, or if any of my viewers maybe already have a child, then you know what I'm talking about. Toddlers, they do whatever they want, and sometimes It's that. Under her bikini. Wow, Rayquaza. You already knew what you wanted, right? Grass type. So a sassy grass type one. Keep getting sassy ho-ohs. Who's that? Ooh. Okay, 10 points more in HP. Attack is 204. Okay, that one has much better IVs. I can already see that without calculating anything. I can eyeball that already. 254, and your speed is much lower, in fact. Wow. Pretty bad speed IVs, I would say. Yeah, 0 to 1, that's what I thought. So, okay, HP is either 18 or 19. I found one that's 18. Attack 25, yep. 19, yep. 18, yep. 15, yep. Okay, that's the one I got. Your Honor, the sea creatures were touching my client, not the other way around. Yeah, I mean, it's not my fault that they touch me. No, not jellyfish. That would have stung. My, that's not a beach experience I did, but my brother did. He stepped when we were on the beach in Italy. He stepped on a dead jellyfish, but the jellyfish still had some kind of poison still left over, I guess, because that apparently his foot really hurt that bad. And funnily enough, I did not see any jellyfish at all in the Maldives. I'm not sure whether or not that is a normal thing. Maybe they are not as present in that region. Maybe some, I know some oceans, I don't know if the Indian Ocean is part of that. Some oceans have much less jellyfish than others, due to various reasons. But no, a Napoleon fish touched me. I was just snorkeling and I felt something behind me. I looked behind me and the fish was just staring at me like, hey, why are you stopping? Come on, continue. And some other a black fish that looks somewhat like a sea angel, but it's not a sea angel apparently. And some other fish. I mean, there's so many kinds of fish there. They touched me, I didn't touch them. So I guess that is I actually joked about that, and the staff said, yeah, okay, that's not the same thing as actively going out and wanting to grab them, which is never a good idea. I don't know why people keep doing this. Do not just randomly grab wild animals. That's considered predator behavior, and you have to put yourself in their shoes, I guess. I mean, they don't have shoes, but I mean, how would you feel if a giant would suddenly grab you? That would be scary, right? They think that you are going to hunt them, so they will retaliate, obviously. And these kinds of animal fail videos, when I see them, I just have to shake my head. Just don't touch random animals. I think that should have been, usually I think that's common sense, but now that I'm saying it and thinking about it, maybe common sense isn't as common as we think it is. I have an early theory, so I know what you mean. Yeah, toddlers just have their own ideas and they don't always make sense. Once I was in the bus and there was a toddler having a meltdown because, and I kid you not, because he couldn't swap his back around. He wanted to have his back where his belly was and vice versa. And his mom said, that's not possible, and then he just cried. That's just toddlers for you. It's funny, and I mean, depending on the toddler, it's also cute, but just how they are. I have a 2-year-old brother who constantly does things he isn't supposed to. I call him a kulur, rogue, which is a playful insult to disobedient children. Learn something new again. Wild animals are wild. Who would have thought that wild animals are wild? Put yourself in their fins, yeah, I guess. In their flippers. Good question. One of them, I guess. Put yourself in their scales. Can you be shiny now, please? No? No problem, we'll just calibrate that one. Oh jeez, time is... What? It's almost midnight? Okay, I'm not saying that I'm getting the realization now, but this did not feel like a few hours that I just played. Maybe an hour tops. My time perception. Again, a timid one. Keep getting similar natures, not sure why, but that can happen. Your pronunciation of Kulur was almost on point. Oh, thanks. I mean... how do I say this? I do know what... not an American that way, that I don't know when a letter has another thing above it that you don't pronounce it like it's supposed to. It always have a very specific pronunciation. And now I forgot the term for letters like that. Playing COD with my homies while talking about fish. That's the life. Do you remember the first shiny you've ever got? Not on stream, but like even since you started playing Pokemon. Technically that would be the shiny Gyarados at the Lake of Rage in Generation 2, but that doesn't count because that is shiny for every single player. Because in Generation 2, that's where shiny Pokemon were first shown. And they wanted to show off that you can have differently colored Pokemon now that the Game Boy Color is out. That one is technically my first shiny. If that counts or not, I'll leave that up to you. A lot of people would say no, that does not count. I see why. Other than that, actually my first shiny that I got was in 2007 when I played Pokemon Pearl. So I didn't really find a shiny before that, even though I've been playing the games for so long. Still have that shiny as well. Again, dragon type. Did I hit the same frame again? Did I do that again? Okay, so we got a timid one. And I'll set the things accordingly. Maybe I can check tomorrow whether or not I can put this in OBS. Then you can see the IV calculating thing. $166, much better speed, I see. Okay. calculate. Okay, so HB has to be 4 or 5. Oh, there's one that has 5. 15, yes. 6 or 7, yes. 23 or 24, yes. 23 or 22 or 23, yes. And 29 speed, yes, it's this one. Did I hit that frame earlier? I kind of had the feeling that I did. Just funny, because I do want to hit the same frame, but not a frame that's not shiny. Don't know what those types of letters are called either. The letters like that just have their own names here. Yeah, same. I mean, there's a German word, it's called Umlaut, but honestly, I can't think of the English name now. I'll check. Okay, Google says it's also umlaut, but I'm not in English, but I don't believe that. And I know it's not just me. Google has become really progressively worse. Do you have a streaming schedule? Usually, yes. I'll try to stream every Saturday and Sunday at 21:30 my time. So that's time zone GMT +1. And sometimes in the week I try to do spontaneous streams. Last week was a bit busy during the evenings, but I do try for next week to stream a bit more often. But yeah, usually on the weekend I stream. Isn't umlaut a specific particle above the letter? Yeah, that is what I'm referring to, because the U has a accent on it. If I would be French, I'd say accent aigu, but that's French. I don't know the English term for that. I completely forgot. Because you never use them in English, right? They don't really have that. Not the entirety of the letters. Yeah, again, I'm not sure. I'm doubting what Google says to me. I don't think it's called umlaut in English as well. I also, with the streaming schedule, I also schedule them quite often, and then they should show up in your subscription where it says when I stream, and then you can hit the notification. Yeah, I'll see if I can stream tomorrow, and if so, maybe not as late. I keep checking the analytics part of my channel, and I try to base my streaming schedule around the audience. So the YouTube studio does show me when my audience is online, around what hours, and I try to cater to that to get the maximum amount of viewership. I get the term accented letters. Yeah, I guess that is... Yeah, accented letters, I think that is it. Great, it would be great to have my brother around now. He did study English. He would know what that would be called. But yeah, I think accented letters is correct. Never mind, I found the term. Oh, this stupid heart thing is blocking it again. Diacritic longer down. That's the first time I read that, but could still be correct. Okay. Nope. Okay, I still got a couple of attempts. I'd say at least 2. Okay, what do we have? We have a Codesick one. Codesick is quirky. So a bit on the weird side, which is always fun. Still a bit disappointed that they simply use the Kanto themes. I mean, the Kanto K theme here, and also the battle themes. I mean, technically, right now I am in Kanto. This is part of the Naval Rock, is apparently part of the Sevi Islands. But still, I would have liked a rendition of Generation 2 music. Are there any English words that you know you're unable to translate into French or German? Oh yeah, there are a couple. For example, in French, there's a word called l'esprit de l'escalier, which translates into the spirit of the stairs. But what that is, have you ever had an argument with a person and then later you go home, you go about your day, and then suddenly you get the perfect counter-argument, but it's too late for that because the discussion is already over. That's a esprit de l'escalier. How do you translate that? Or there's a German word which I find really funny called Backpfeifengesicht, which means bagpipe face. But what that means is a face that needs a punch. Someone with a very unsympathetic face, basically, and that's also something you can't really directly translate. I did do the thing, right? Check again. Yeah. Are there any, maybe because you don't know French or German words, if that makes sense. I mean, I do, but I just explained them. But there's no real actual translations for these words. Does Luxembourgish have grammatical cases like nominative, accusative, dative, and genitive? Yeah, it does. Similar to German grammar, but even more convoluted and even more complicated. It's a grass type. Yeah, bagpipe face, I get. Yeah, but you don't say that, right? But I actually don't know where the term originates in German. Be interesting to see that. It's a quirky. There you are. Better attack. 191, 149, 164, 228, and 138. So speed is quite worse. Poor Ho-Oh. Okay, HB stat possible is 18. Let's see. Okay, so there's 2. Attack has to be 6. Okay, 27. I got this one. Right, let's have one final try. Hopefully this will be it. If not, tomorrow at the same time I'll stream again. You can just make up larger words here with other words. Same with German. I always call it a Lego language. You can just put words behind other words and it does make sense. That's why I always say these American memes about German words being so complicated. Yeah, maybe to someone who, like a lay person, but actually they're not that complicated. They're just string together words. Good night, guys. Alright, thank you for being here, Shiny Rayquaza, and see you in the next stream. Yeah, exactly. Good night, sleep tight. 555 in German? Oh, you mean 555? That's not really that hard, honestly. 500 is 500. 5 und is 5 and 50. 5 and 50 is basically 55. If you want complicated naming systems, you go to French or even Japanese. They have a completely different system. That is quite complicated to learn. I don't know, I do see that as someone who is fluent in German, that when Americans or English-speaking people make jokes about German being hard, and then you're like, yeah, it's not easy language, but with the number system, oh no. Sweet summer child, you haven't seen French or Japanese, which is completely different. The 5 million... 5.555.555. Are you happy now? Well, yeah, German is in some regards pretty hard, in others not so much. Also, you can't just say that. Like this, it always depends on where you're coming from. Are you a native English speaker? Are you a native French speaker? Are you a native some kind of Asian language speaker? Remember me saying it was easier for you to learn English than it was to learn French? Yes, because English is, I mean, it's, first of all, it's everywhere, so you always you stay in touch with the language, that helps. That's a problem I have right now with Japanese. I can't really train myself in Japanese. I only have my Japanese teacher as a person that I know who is fluent in Japanese, and that's not enough. So I can't really train, I can't really use it daily. And also English is just grammatically much easier than French. And it's closer to my native language. Although one thing that's really freaking annoying, and I hate that about English, is the pronunciation, because it absolutely does not make sense. You can have things that are written almost exactly the same, and yet they're pronounced completely differently, and that is the one thing where I said that is hard with English. But other than that, English is very easy to learn. German grammar is basically simpler Faroese grammar. Yeah, same with Luxembourgish. Luxembourgish is its own language. I know some people out there keep saying no, it's not. It's a dialect, but it isn't. It's very close to German, but it isn't German. And if you pass German and French grammar, then English is child's play. Come on, let this be it. And no, that's unfortunate. But then again, there's always tomorrow, or today in my case. It's already 5 past midnight where I am. Still, thank you for joining the stream. I mean, I'm pretty glad that I at least got the shiny Lugia. Glad I figured that out. But hopefully tomorrow we'll see the Ho-Oh. So until then, thank you for coming to my stream. Always happy to see the engagement, and always a couple of people that are very loyal. I'm really thankful for that. And unless anyone got something else to say, I would say thank you and see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye and good night.